One person in the company of Hasan ibn Zakwan, rahmatullahi alayhi, he mentioned another scholar. And he mentioned him bisu'in, bishay'in. He mentioned him he mentioned something bad about him. He mentioned something inappropriate regarding him. So Hasan ibn Zakwan, rahmatullahi alayhi, says, Mah. He said, don't do that, stop. Immediately stopped him. He said, Mah. لا تذكر العلماء بشيء. Do not talk about the ulama and the ilm, ahlul ilm, in anything bad, in a bad way. Why? فَيُمِيتُ اللَّهُ قَلْبَكَ. If you do this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will kill off the taqwa, the spirituality, and the nur from your hearts. Why? Because in the long run, it's going to harm you severely. Because our only connection to deen is via the ulama, via ahlul ilm. Yes? Ilm is not passed on just from reading a book. If I were to ask you, you're a businessman? If I ask you, I'm Mashura, I've bought this book on Amazon, it's got all cooking recipes. So my plan is I'm going to invest like 20, 30 grand in opening a restaurant. I'll be the cook. I've never known to cook before. Just read this book and serve food. What would your advice be? Get a chef. Why get a chef? Or, how do I learn to cook? Go to school. Sit with the chef. Because that chef will teach you. So even if it's common sense business logic, that the only way that I can pass on or get able to open a restaurant where I can cook food is if I go by this cook, I learn how to cook with this cook. So if I go by this cook and learn to cook, then, so similarly, our deen is only going to be preserved if we have the ulama. So if you start mentioning bad things about the ulama, what's going to happen? One is directly from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the heart will die off, or eventually the heart will die off. Why? Because if you talk bad about the ulama, what does that mean? You belittle them, you don't appreciate them, you don't value them, so you won't go by them, you won't listen to them. What will happen eventually? You will have no knowledge of the Quran, no knowledge of the hadith, no knowledge of ilm, of taqwa, and all of these things will die out from your heart. So that's why you should always have reverence for the ulama. We mentioned last time before as well, that if you cannot, the minute you should try to love the ulama, love the teachers, the parents, the teachers who teach your kid, and not only the ulama who are famous, that's very easy, the ones who are famous, the ones who have fame, even the teacher who taught you alif ba, even if you can't remember, find out. You know, when I was 4 years old, 5 years old, I come up with my teacher, find out who that teacher is, and do sadaqah on their behalf, make dua for them. Not only once, every week, every Ramadan, try to do khatam on their behalf, all of your teachers. If you go for Umrah, do tawaf on behalf of your teacher. Even I'm talking about teacher who taught you Bukhari and Muslim, even the one who taught you alif ba'ata, even them. Because why? They are the sabab. Allah says in the Quran, Allah always mentions the parents of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. After shirk. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's the one that gave you wujud. He's the one that created you. And in this world, who was the sabab of you coming to this world? Your parents. And who's the sabab of ilm? Ulama, the teachers. So this is why you must have respect. And if you don't click with somebody or you find their way different to yours, just stay quiet. You don't understand what they're doing, just stay quiet. And just say, okay, they have a different methodology, different way. I'm not aware of that. I just leave it. And you protect your tongue. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to act upon this. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.